They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Casey Hayward brought in.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier. The tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. So he got free at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
10-10 at their own 20-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. 3rd down here.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
First down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
He was taken down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, here's Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Tremaine Edmonds on the...
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Third and 2, Herbert. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And the Chargers 1st down. That's the end of the first quarter.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1. On 1st and 10, Herbert looking deep for, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's a
gain of 32 that time.
1st down, Chargers.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Taylor Gabriel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And he'll decide. Did not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled at the 20.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Allen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Allen. This is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down and goal to go.
They'll look to run with Moss. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
A loss of 3.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 49's the mic. Watch 49. I got you, punk.
Operating from the gun. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Bills 7, Chargers 6. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
The 22-yard line.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Herbert. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
Aldrich Rosa.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. Seconds to play in the first half. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
3-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
A 3-yard gain.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Los Angeles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert, and right side, Henry's got it.
Herbert.
That catch good for only a couple.
Henry.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Henry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And the Chargers 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, Herbert. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
They can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Herbert on first down now. And some space here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Herbert off the bootleg. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd down and 7. From the gun, Herbert. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They go right back to Singletary. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. 3rd down, here's Geis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
5 yards remain on second down. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, this from 46. And Rosas Rosas pulled it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Play action. It's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Randy, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return, it's King. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. But it's caught at the 10. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now it's Herbert. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Bills 24, Chargers 19. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the fourth quarter. Maryland and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Singletary, the ball.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's King. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Back to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st down, Chargers.
Now it's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Herbert's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
2nd and inches.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Second and 11.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 56 to Mike. stick at the mat. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do.
Snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.